Fuzz pedals, fuzz pedals, fuzz pedals, fuzz pedals. I really do love fuzz pedals. There's just something about a good fuzz sound with a good bass sound, and you put them together and it's mwah, probably one of the most perfect sounds I could ever think of. I absolutely love fuzz. I think you guys know that by now if you've seen any of my videos, to say the least. And today we're checking out the Chief Disruptor from KMA Machines. And y'all, this is one hell of a fuzz pedal. 3 different voices, 6 different ways to change your EQ, a clean blend, as well as an expression pedal input. This might be the ultimate Big Muff style fuzz pedal out there. All I know is that it's loud, it's mean, it's got some insane tone under the hood, and it just sounds fantastic on bass. So when it comes to fuzz, there's an array of different fuzz sounds and styles. And so the Big Muff fuzz is kind of its own thing that sounds really good to a lot of people. It's just never been my favorite thing. I don't know what it is. It usually just seems very saggy. While it does sound very big and boomy, it just sort of seems saggy and lackluster in quite a few different ways. At least it always has to my ears with bass. But the Chief Disruptor kind of changes that up and gives you a lot of different options to really pinpoint exactly the sound that you're looking for, and this pedal just sounds so sick. But before we dig into the Chief Disruptor, and for the sake of transparency, this video is sponsored by KMA Machines, but as always, that has no effect on my opinions, what I'm saying, the sounds in this video, or anything like that. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So for the controls on the Chief Disruptor, there's a lot going on. Again, 3 different voices and 6 ways to really pinpoint your exact EQ that you're looking for, but it gives so many tonal options at hand. You have 7 knobs, 3 toggle switches, and 2 foot switches, which is a lot for a fuzz pedal when you think about it. But again, it leads to a lot of different tonal possibilities. Starting with the knobs, we'll go with the 3 big ones in the middle first. From left to right, you have Master, Disruption, and Clean. Master is your overall volume control. Disruption directly in the middle is your gain knob. And then finally to the right of that, you have Clean, which is a clean blend, which, as we always say on this channel, a clean blend is always just pinnacle for a bass pedal, especially when it comes to dirt pedals. Then your 4 smaller knobs control your EQ. You have your lows, highs, mid frequency, and then your mid, cut, and boost, which is just a really nice addition to this pedal. I love not only choosing to be able to cut and boost my mids, but where in the frequency I want to choose that. For your toggle switches, starting at the top left, you have your voice control. 3 completely separate options that can make such a dramatic difference in the overall sound that you're going to get. Starting with tight, this is a modern Big Muff sound that has very tight lows and crisp high ends. Vintage in the middle is that classic Big Muff sound that we all know. And then heavy is a big, humongous low end boost and more gain on tap too. At the top right, you have a blend toggle switch that goes between post and pre-EQ. And this is where you can set the clean blend in and really choose where you want that clean blend to sit. And I really love that not only do you have a clean blend, but you can choose between that post and pre-EQ. And then finally, under the disruption knob, you have the top boost toggle switch. Now, when you turn it on, it gives a nice boost to your high mids that gives you a really sharp attack in addition to the different EQ options that you already have. Then at the bottom, you have 2 foot switches. On the right side is engage to turn the pedal on and off, and then the foot switch on the left labeled mids turns on your parametric mid EQ. And as a small extra treat, not only do you get to change everything with all the knobs and switches at the front, there's also 2 internal trim pots that you can change around too. First, there's sharpness, which defines the top end boost, and then resonance, which sets the resonance of the mid EQ. And then finally on the side of the pedal, you see there's an expression pedal input where you can change your mids hands-free, which is so cool because it kind of turns it into a wah of sorts, I've found, and it's just so much fun to play around with. I will say one thing, and it's that I really wish that you were able to not only change your mids via the expression input, but that you could switch it over to say like change your gain up. So say all the way down, 0 gain, at 100, 100. So basically you can just hands-free go crazy with it. But it's not a big deal that it's not there. I just think that'd be a really fun addition. So overall with the Chief Disruptor, I have to say, this is kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to a Big Muff style pedal. It's just so loud, so brash, and it gives you so many different options, not only for the sound of the drive, but for the full EQ too. All the different ways to change everything and really pinpoint the different settings to make a bass sound completely different and so over the top. Or you can lay it back and have just a nice little bit of fuzz in your sound that doesn't completely take over, especially with that clean blend too. It's just one hell of a pedal, and I had an absolute blast going through it with all these different basses, seeing what different sounds I can make with it. But of course, let me know what you guys think of the Chief Disruptor and what other fuzz pedals am I missing out on that I have not even heard of. Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, thank you so much for watching, as always, for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing on social media, all that fun stuff. I truly do appreciate it, y'all. And a humongous thank you, of course, as always, to my beautiful Patreon supporters over here. If you want to be like one of these beautiful people right here and help support the channel, be included in early access to videos, giveaways, and more, then go ahead and head on over to my Patreon page. But y'all, again, thank you so much for watching week after week, as always. And of course, no matter where in the world you are, stay safe, practice that bass, have some fun with a crazy fuzz pedal, and I'll see y'all next time.